welcome to my channel. If you're wanting a bit of fun and putting a smile on your face, you're in the right place, as this video is going to show you the daily life of a Westerner living in a remote Thai village. Stay tuned and watch and learn as you see how I integrate in the local community and mix with my Thai family, having fun, and what goes on around the place each day. You might be inspired to change your life forever and come and live in a beautiful place where the pace of life is slow, people smile every day, and there is no hassle. So let's have a look what a normal day involves when you live in a remote village in Thailand. In my case, it is in the province of Sisaket in the northeast Thailand, the region of Isan, and our village is called Suan Kluai, which when translated into English means banana field. Six o'clock in the morning for exercise. My father-in-law trying to keep in trim. He's good, 77 and still fit, an example to us all. Right, let's see who's waking up over here. Hello, my beauties. Hello. Are you okay today? Yeah, you're beautiful. Let's see how the chickens are going on today. I'm not very good with all my terminology. I think they're hens or chickens, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Hello guys. See, you think I'm saying guys as in boys and girls, but Guy is the name for chicken in Thailand. Have they been good today? Have they laid us some eggs? Yeah, have you? Tam Kai Mai? Oh, we'll find out later. Yeah, lay little eggs for us. Sing them a little song each day, if they're really naughty. That's better, we can see you clearly now. Let's see if I can find any eggs that you've laid. Oh, I think it's a blank show today. What are you drinking all night? You're meant to be laying eggs. I've come out for some exercise. Might make them lay some more eggs. See if there's any activity in the lane. Not too much today. There's always people passing by and shouting good morning or popping in to see us. It's beautiful, being part of a community. Something that's sadly lacking in the Western world these days. No, we haven't started making our own beer. They are fertilisers to put on the plants. Not sure I'd be wanting a pint of that brown stuff. Mind you, I'd lose a bit of weight, I guess. I'm going to be doing a video showing you all the way around the garden and all the things that my wife Dow's growing in here. So I won't go too deep into it today, but fantastic, eh? Done this in the last 2.5 years. The little white bags you see there, by the way, they're protecting the apples that are growing on that tree so the insects don't get at it. But yeah, loads and loads of fruit and veg in here. Means that when we go shopping, it's just for household goods and meats, really. Very, very lucky. And very, very healthy compared to the way I used to live in England. Let's have a look out the back. What a beautiful sunrise. More and more out here, slowly developing. Now working as ever, making sure they've all got the best chance of growing. It's about 7:15 and it's time for our special members of the family to go for walkies. During the wet, rainy season, the cattle stay in the home there, but during the day, just now, they go to the paddy fields, which are very dry, and eat the hay and grass that's there. Might go and see them in a bit on my bike. Make sure how they're settling in. Here they come. Here they come. Now, for obvious reasons, I haven't been given this job. They're very smart. They know exactly where they're going. So off they go. It's remarkable. I've seen it in other places around town when I used to come on holiday. The cattle know exactly where it's going. It's about 1 kilometre away. Thor following him on his motorbike to make sure that they don't get lost. And he'll bring them back later. Yeah, as well as all the outdoor fun, here's my little office inside. Bit of nice music in the background, along with my t-shirt. Rest in peace, Rick Buckler. Yeah, so this is where I do my editing for my YouTube channels and write my blogs. Those of you who are into football might like to have a look in the channel description and take a look at what I do. Of course, a video crazy to exclude food from it. Now it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, so that'd be about breakfast time, wouldn't it, in the west? But we're up fairly early here in the countryside, so this is more like an early lunch, I guess. And the food where we live in the northeast of Thailand, Isan, can be very much different to what you encounter in Bangkok and down south. Let's see what we've got today. Well, I can see that there's green veg and pumpkin from our garden with deep fried pork and rice. And that is a spicy mushroom soup curry made by my mother-in-law. Very nice. So when we wake up in the morning, I'll have a mug of tea and maybe some jam on toast. And that does me until we have this. Yeah, some fantastic food, and it doesn't have to always be spicy, it's more about flavour. So yeah, that's my meal now. I'll have some more later on, no doubt. And for dessert, got plenty of choice of bananas. Hope you can see those. Yeah, they grow here on the land. They're sorting the rice out, so it's absolutely beautiful. All from our farm. May's been collecting some nuts from our trees. As you can see, they've got shells on them, and the white bit in the middle is quite soft, flat and soft. Not sure of the name, but they're very nice. It looks like we've got some coconuts nearly ready for picking as well. Don't worry, I don't go up the ladder. We're a nice local friend who goes up there for us. Throws them down, I try and collect them. I don't catch them, obviously. Why break the habit of a lifetime? The nice thing about the house, there's always people coming down to see us. And who's this? Ah, Naid! This is our lovely auntie. Sawadee Kap. I'll tell the story one day why this lovely lady's called Auntie Lam Yong. But this gives you a clue. Chopney! Hello, mate?
Hello.
Right, so out of nowhere, I'm going with Auntie Lam Yong to a house in the village where there's a gathering which brings good luck to the family who lives there. I'll have to wait and see. I've been to one before. It's certainly interesting. So we are, the unmistakable Isan music sound. go and see who's here. Traditional Isan ceremony to bring good luck. The whole village comes along. The guy at the back playing those pipes, they are called a wat. It's a Thai pipe instrument, very tuneful. I might just have a dance. I hope you enjoyed that. Completely by chance, the day I decided to film. And that's the beauty of living out here. You never know what's going to happen next. Isn't it great to see people having such simple, free fun and being happy? How beautiful. The little platform's broken. So May is sliding the wood and Paul is mending. We don't waste anything here. How beautiful. It'll be as good as new. Finish soon. What a great team. That looks like my brother-in-law Dan out in the garden watering. I wonder what he's up to. See, this land that Dan is watering, grass will grow on it, which will feed the rest of the cattle. So everywhere it's used, even when it isn't being used. Oh dear, big branches come down. Gotta be careful. Yeah, time for a little bicycle ride before the sun sets. Yeah, beautiful late afternoon here in our village of Suankawai. Right, I'll go along the lane, see you in the other end in a few seconds. Yeah, the lane continues a kilometre or so along there to a village called Banjan. It's got a very famous temple. People come from far and wide to see it. And on an early morning ride the other day, such excitement. Previously, the nearest ATM machine to us was about 10 kilometres away. Well, I couldn't believe my eyes when I went past the temple and they're fitting one into the wall. Such excitement! Not that you have to use an ATM around here, like many places I guess in the developed world. Everyone scans on the phone now to pay for things. Seems cash is dying out all the time. Anyway, to the left is one of many little roads, well they're not roads are they, they're like little tracks that go through the farms. So we're going to go up there and see what we find. One of my favourite local places, but I'll show you it from a really beautiful angle in a few minutes. Okay, I'll do another right down there. It's amazing, these bumpy little pathways and lanes. I've managed to ride them. I've only fallen off once in 2 years. And it was really muddy. Really muddy. I went back looking as though I'd had a real big accident, which it's fair to say amused people back at the house. Let's have a look down the little lane. Right, park you up for a little while, my trusty friend. The bamboo cane here, that is for fending off any dogs that give me stick. Yeah, very apt. Dogs giving me stick, I give them the stick. Don't hit them, I just threaten them. I couldn't hurt anybody like that. So, let's have a look. Here's just one of the ponds. We are now in areas that are, in the rainy season, are underwater. They're rice paddies. But, and I guess it's one of the reasons why things in Thailand grow so well, is that within a matter of weeks it's dry again. You get hot and wet at the same time, so everything grows so fast. Right, let's get over here. So the extended family that I've married into own most of this land. Shared out, grow their own rice, harvest it and sell it on. This pond, it's getting near time to dredge, and I know it looks a little bit dirty, but there's lots of fish in there. I know that because we've been feeding them. So we'll do a video when it's time to come and fish here. It really is a sight to behold, watching the local guys dive in there and dredge it. Hope there's still some left. Do you recognise that figure in the distance? Yeah, left home this morning, coming for food. Found plenty of it over there. Where's its mate? Let's have a look. There we are. Look, recognises me. Paul will be coming on his motorbike within the next hour to take them back home. Now for another video, beyond those trees in the distance there's an enormous pond, absolutely massive. I'm not sure what it is, it's probably a reservoir. But isn't it beautiful? You come here in the rainy season and it's a different colour, you know, everything's bright, verdant green and everything's growing. This is a quiet time of the year really. I think the reason that I've fallen in love with it so much, living in a rural village, is it takes me back to when I was a young man. I'm 60 in November, and I'm sure some of you watching similar age, you'll remember when you were kids there was a real community spirit about everything. You know, you went on trips together, or you helped neighbours out if they needed it. You know, everyone had a belonging, didn't there? There was work trips that you went on as kids with your parents, and your parents got involved in voluntary work and everything. That was passed down to me. And you know what? It's gone, hasn't it? I was wearing my Jam t-shirt earlier, as you saw, and the title to their great song, Going Underground, is exactly what I've done. I don't want what this society wants. So here I've found peace, tranquility, beautiful people, beautiful scenery. I never feel under pressure, I never have to rush. Honestly guys, I cannot recommend it enough. It's so beautiful. I'm sure you saw it earlier when we had the gathering at the house. That's what it's like, living in a village out here. Tip of the day folks, when you're taking videos and photos, don't forget to turn round behind you. You don't know what's there, otherwise you can get some more stunning views. Otherwise you're only getting half the value, aren't you? Beautiful. He's early tonight. Here comes Pa. He's come for the cows. How stunning. If I was talented enough, I'd try and paint it. And it's strange how life goes, really. When I was in my 20s, this would have been the definition of misery. Remote village, no pubs, no takeaways. Now I couldn't be happier. Sign of getting older. I think this is my favourite view of the lake when I'm sometimes coming back from the farm or further up the path at sunset. Right, I think we might have a bit of fun here. The two dogs in the field belong to distant relations of ours. No, they're all right today. I know the dog ahead, that's called Mon. Not the two I'm thinking about. When we get to this little farm on the left, we might have some fun if the couple of dogs are there. One's called Hong, after Hong Tong whiskey, and the other's called Soda, because that's what you put in the whiskey. One's black, one's white. Let's see if they're about. I hope so, because their owners are a lovely couple. Let's see if they're at home. Sawadee Kapfen มินอยู่ที่ไหน
มินทำงานค่ะบ้านคุณชื่ออะไร
50 นาที
เลด
Oh. I didn't know they had cattle.
บ้านคุณเดนิสใช่ไหมบ้านคุณเดนิส
Oh, aren't they good? So that's Pen. Her husband is called Min, but especially for Angs, he's called Bodyguard. On my first ever visit here, we were introduced, and he says, "I am your bodyguard." And at our wedding, he was brilliant. There's Hong. Soda. Getting to know me now. Yeah, at the wedding, he made sure all my guests had drinks all day. He was brilliant. I was hoping he'd come along. He's working on an Australian gent's house at the moment. Oh, I think we're going to get some of that red sky look. Yeah, isn't it good? So yeah, Bodyguard is my friend, and he's busy today. I was hoping I might catch a drink with him, but he's obviously putting in some extra time.
Give you.
Oh, Pen wants to give me from the garden to take home. What'd you tie my?
อันนี้หัวใจเท้า หัวใจเท้า
What'd you tell? What'd you tell? Chai. From a lie. From Chob.
แกง
Yeah.
คุณเอาได้ไหมไม่ใส่ถุง
Right, so for reasons that are fairly obvious, I won't be doing much filming on the lane back up. Because I've got a cane in one hand, I've got the veg on my handlebars on the other, and I'm not the best rider anywhere. But as you can see, that lane is where we started off from home. I'll show you a proper bike ride one morning in a future video, so you can get to see a bit of Banjan and the other parts of the countryside. But I just fall in love with this time of day as the sun sets. Look at the colour of the sky. Welcome to rush hour in Suan Clywai, and I'm afraid the roads are clogged up this evening owing to cattle on the road. So I've got home. Oh,
Hello
Sawadee Cap.
จ้า
Auntie Lam Yong looks like she's had a good afternoon.
ถ่ายเอาแน่ลูกเล่นดองโอ้ยที่เบิ่งวิดีโออย่างนี้
How lucky am I? I mean, come on. Look at this. Our wonderful garden. Fruit and veg growing all the time. Keeping us healthy. Keeping us happy. Right, I have to go slow now. Because believe it or not, we've got a frog farm. There you see, they saw me and all jumped back in the water. Hello, who's this coming back up the road? There we are, the Wander's Return. There's Sir Ian. Paul's nephew. Fantastic. Everybody back safe and sound. We can shut the gate. So, time for dinner as I wait for the football to start. Got a beautiful omelette, rice, fried pork with chilli and fried onion. So, while sat outside, there are some Westerners who sit inside all day in the aircon, but I prefer the fresher air. Natural. Sounds of nature, being able to watch the football on TV. Perfect. Yeah, wonderful living here. The scenery, the people, the food, everything about it, the relaxing nature, but it wouldn't be possible without one special person. Sawadee Kap Dao.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Thank you. Making me so happy, looking after me. Maybe next time you show us your garden. Show everybody how clever you are. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I had fun putting it together. Maybe giving you some inspiration on alternative lifestyles. I certainly recommend it. If you have enjoyed it, please leave comments in the box below. Feel free to ask any questions. Tell your friends about it and please subscribe. Let's see if we can hit the 500 subscribers mark. Until next time, please take care, be kind to others. Good night.